Welcome to the hottest happy hour in STL right here at the In Your City show on the Loot Information Station. So glad to have you with us. And we are now, we're going to have a great guest on. We've got Emily Stahl, who is, she designs amazing St. Louis items that are beautifully bold. And you saw my little hat that I wear in winter. So that's kind of how I met her, was buying the hat in another
Where did you
location.
buy that at?
At Invita
Okay.
Wellness, bought it
Yeah.
there. But before we meet Emily in that, um, are you going to watch the MTV Awards?
I used to when I was a kid. I used to love watching that. I mean, those were back in the days when they first came out with like David Lee Roth and Steven Tyler. I'll never
Well, we
forget.
could see bands though, right?
Yeah, I'll never forget Steven Tyler said, "You have no idea how expensive it is to look this cheap."
To look this cheap. Well, MTV was it was so popular. What was the first song they MTV played?
Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
It did.
Yeah.
But it's true, like when it came on, people were addicted, glued to their television. I mean, here it is, instead of having to go to this concert to see these iconic people that you dreamed about meeting, you could watch them in their videos. The videos were crazy.
And I'm in the
Kind
early
of
days.
sad that they don't have it.
In the early days, you would see uh 20 videos an hour, with hardly any commercials, it was the
No.
cheap, like local cable TV things with the box on top of
It
your
was
TV.
exciting to see Smash, to know that he was part of MTV. I
Yeah,
didn't know that. Did you know it?
yeah, Headbangers Ball.
That's really cool. So they've got the MTV VMA awards coming up September 7th. So if you're into music and you like bands, you can go on there and vote for your favorite. So they're letting the people, be part of who is makes the awards, which is cool.
You know what? I feel so out of touch anymore
Who
because,
anyone is,
huh? I don't
who
know who
anyone
anyone is.
is.
Well, I'm right. When I had my DJ company, I had to know all that stuff, right? To stay
Oh,
on
top
top of it.
music and stuff.
And it's like I just have totally like
Off
fell off
the,
the map. I have no idea. You could tell me. I know. Well, Lady Gaga leads the nominations with 12.
oh, of course she
So we
should.
know who she is. And Bruno
Okay.
Mars follows her closely with 11 nods. And then,
What song? Because I feel like I haven't heard him lately.
like the new stuff?
Yeah.
No, I don't. And I don't even know who Lady Gaga's new stuff is.
I think I do know most of her stuff.
Kendrick Lamar, of course, is right after them. Ariana Grande, which we know.
Hmm.
The Weeknd, which we know. Billie English, or Eilish. I'm sorry.
And
And
I love her music.
yeah, but Sabrina Carpenter, you like her too. You
I
like,
do. I love her music. We play that in the boat all the time.
right. But
But there are a lot of people we don't know. Katy Perry, I guess she was there last year, past performances there. But did you hear what happened with her recent concert?
no,
She's flying out of these stars. Just sing, just come out and entertain us with music. When we've been to concerts, like they're flying over our heads and doing crazy. I mean, they did have girls on stripper poles at one of the concerts, but I mean, someone could have fell, I guess, and got hurt. But they are doing all these stunts and these crazy things. It's like they got a wow and one up one. She comes out on this big butterfly, and one of the things snap, and she almost falls. Which, if it would, I mean, you're talking a big disaster over a crowd. Her falling on someone, or the contraption was bigger than this room that she was flying out round on, falling into the audience. Well, now,
think the
luck
guy's
have
still
it,
working. The
probably
guy in
not.
charge of that,
Where
he's
he's gone.
gone.
No, he's gone. But the other thing is, she brought a girl up on stage to sing with her, and the girl passes out. Either she was so nervous, or who knows, whatever the reason was, the girl passes out. She hits so hard, she's really hurt. So Katy Perry, the show did not go on. She stayed with this girl the whole time. She stopped the concert. She went with this girl. I mean, she was really upset and worried, which of course she should be, but she did not go on with the show and take the girl to the hospital. So I don't know. I need to follow up because I don't have the follow up on, how the girl is and what happened and if she ended up out there or whatever's going on. But I mean, you don't, that's really a chance, I guess, you take when you're flying out of the over an audience or bringing people on stage. Things can happen. It's a
Right.
big liability there, but she's not, having good luck. She needs to maybe take a little week off, take a
Ever since
break.
ever since that astronaut thing, it's like,
She was an astronaut. It didn't work out so well.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh, that's old news.
When the door just flung open of a heavy machinery craft that goes up in outer space,
Like
and
it
it
was
just
made out of cardboard.
just goes open. So again, maybe it's her. That's maybe she needs to just maybe she's got some bad luck that's out there that's making things happen that she's a part of. I'm not going to go up on stage or sit anywhere near under her. In fact, I don't even have concert tickets. But back to MTV, you can go on and vote. And yes, it is funny as you get older, we aren't as in tune as who the big stars are, and even some of the performance are animated. There's a lot of animated stuff that's happened. Like which you love, Bad Bunny, the clothing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to watch it.
Well,
I'll
now
wear it, but I don't want to watch
you
it.
don't want to
You know, I
watch
mean,
Bad Bunny.
I'm tired of animation. It's like I've never been a big fan of like the whole Simpsons and the whole.
I'm thinking I want to watch South Park because they seem to know the news before any of us find
Oh
it
no,
out.
that's the Simpsons. The Simpsons
Well, the Simpsons are
are
the
the
South
ones.
Park. South Park.
Simpsons are always the ones that are predicting
They
things.
even had the planes crash.
Yeah.
I mean, things that have happened. It's kind of eerie. Like, what's going on that they do these comedy cartoons and then in the news?
But I'm not a big fan of the animation stuff. I want to see real people, you know? It's like that. And another thing I'm tired of is AI.
Get it all out.
AI on like Facebook. All the stuff. They showed another one today of like Paul McCartney. I saw Paul McCartney's in the hospital room with Phil Collins, and it's so AI. And Paul McCartney's got a guitar and he's playing Phil Collins to Phil Collins as he's on his deathbed. And it's like, okay, this is not even real. It's not. I mean, it's like at some point, it's like we can't even keep clicking
Yeah.
on Facebook.
No, it's true.
But since we are on it, how many people out there are getting like 50 spam calls a day?
Yeah, that's super annoying.
I just got 2 while we're on the air.
It's constant.
Spam calls. And then you answer it and there's nobody there.
Right. If it says potential spam, I don't answer it. But if it doesn't, then I answer it. And then, of course, if no one's there to say anything back, you know that you're on some kind of
Right.
road out.
I got my rants off.
Feel better? Well, let's
bit.
talk to Emily and see if that'll make you feel better then. We'd like to welcome Emily Stahl to the show. Emily Stahl Design Company.
Hello.
Glad to have you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Apologies.
I'm with the spam calls, though. I get them all the time.
Do you? I mean, do you get like 20 or 25 a day?
Not that many, but either spam calls or like text messages for fake jobs.
Fake jobs even. Or even sometimes they scare you with they'll say UPS or something that you need to verify your package.
Yep.
And so you're kind of worried that possibly, oh gosh, I need to click on this. But if you do, you're just setting yourself up for big failure. And, luckily they try to keep reminding us if you don't get well, of course the IRS will call, but you have to make sure that, the end, I guess, of the email, but they're getting so good at things, but it is super annoying, the spam calls and that. Well, Emily, you have this journey as a graphic designer, a lettering artist, and you really are big on bringing the social of St. Louis. I mean, you're really bringing us into the feel of St. Louis with your items that you have. So tell us a little bit about how you got started with your company, Emily Stahl Design.
Yes, got started. Well, I was diagnosed with a rare neuromuscular disorder when I was in college, and every year I would I have my neurology appointment every year, and there was always a muscular dystrophy association rep at those meetings. Like, I was a graphic designer, so I always knew I wanted to have my own business and do something, but I always thought it would be wedding invitations and stationery, stuff like that, not product based. But then the MDA rep asked me if I would talk to the older summer campers for the MDA summer camp about going to college and getting a degree while having a disorder. And I was, of course. And so it was such a good experience. I was diagnosed in my early 20s, so I never went to the MDA summer camp, but I was like, how else can I get involved? And they were like, well, in about a month, we have an art and soul show. It was a fundraiser. And so I was like, well, I do services, but I wound up hand lettering 10 prints and sold them there. And so that's how my business kind of got started. So Yeah, and then there, someone was like, "Hey, you should try to sell them at the White Rabbit." And so I've gotten into multiple stores since then, and I've worked on a bunch of different collaborations and projects with the St. Louis sports team. So it's just kind of grown, but it was funny how it started just because of the MDA connection. So
What a
it's kind of
wonderful
came full
thing.
circle.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you say to somebody out there? A lot of times that's really must have been very difficult for you to go through to be told at such a young age. I mean, you said you're a
Mhm.
college student and
Yeah,
you're told that you have this, rare neurological disease, and you can really get into a place that's not good when your life is being put on hold. And here
yeah,
you are, you design this business, you figure out you have this talent, you do. What do you want to say to kind of help inspire someone else that might be going through something, that there is something out there that you can do something to
yeah.
still better your
I
life?
mean, it's definitely almost like an art therapy. It's kind of become my outlet and everything. So even though I can't do everything physically, it's nice I can sit and design, and I feel like the harder I've worked, the more opportunities there are. So you just can't give up, and you just have to have a positive outlook. I mean, not every day is going to be a great day, but you just got to keep on going. So that's kind of my motto, to just, keep pushing through it. So
Yeah. What do people know your did you have a question, Gordon?
No.
Oh, what do people know you for, the designs that you come out with, that they are able to
so
purchase
I
from
have
you?
Yeah, so one of my most iconic designs is the I Heart STL. So I have it in stickers, prints. It's on the hat that you got, that palm hat. So I feel like that's one of my most iconic designs. And then I do a bunch of St. Louis prints, greeting cards, stuff like that. And so you can purchase them in some local shops, which you can find on my Instagram or my website. And then I also sell online. So I have an Etsy shop, or just emilystahl.com, and you'll be able to find a shop link from there. So
And you've
yeah.
got the winter hats and the baseball style hats. Now, if
Yep.
someone wanted to get something done personally, for their business or a special event, you also will custom make things for people to be able to
Yes.
do that too.
Yes. So I can do a bunch of custom stuff. I'm working with a bunch of local high schools since it's back to school times. I'm making custom sticker sheets, specific stickers, all kinds of stuff. And I'm working on growing that with different brands as well. So feel free to email me, or, reach out on my website. So whatever's the easiest, I'm pretty easy to find.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll put some things up too, for
Yeah.
people to be able to see and showcase some of your work as well, because that really brings it home when you can
Mhm.
actually see, what you have to
Yeah.
be able to design. And of course, if they have something else that they can add to that, that makes it
Yeah,
even better. So
for sure.
what are some of your favorite places in the Lou, that you enjoy going? Do you have a favorite hidden gem that we might not know about, that someone may learn from listening to you to
Ooh.
try out?
I was going to say it's not necessarily a hidden gem, but Grant's Farm is one of my family's all-time favorites because my grandpa used to be one of the train drivers. So that's always been one
Oh,
of our favorite things to do in the summer. So he used to drive that way back in the day. So
Oh,
it's
how
much
always,
fun.
yeah. And they have like summer nights on Friday and Saturday nights where there's live bands, so you can just, kind of go around, have some good food, and see some animals, and that's always one of my family's favorites. So
I didn't know that they had live music there. Did you?
no. How long was he a train driver for?
um it was back when I was really little. So I probably at least 5 to 10 years. We'll have to connect to see if you have any
Were
connections
you
there.
always
But
bugging him saying, let's go for the train ride? Take me. I want to
oh,
go for the train
totally,
ride.
totally.
We were like, that's
My
my
mom loved it
grandpa.
too. So yeah, I know. It was so much fun. So
I can't
we
remember the
kind of do
last
that
time
and
I've been
honor
to that
him.
club.
Pardon me?
Oh, I
What did
just
you
said
say?
that. I just said every time we go, it just kind of like reminds us of him, in memory of him. So yeah.
Yeah, you never think about that, like how much fun that would be. Like if your grandpa was the one, the head of the
Yeah.
train, that probably absolutely enjoyed it. I haven't been there in a very long time either. I can remember
No.
feeding the goats And then I love to
Hmm.
going into the beer garden and sitting
Yeah.
out there and enjoying that. But it's always a great time. And then, of course,
Yeah.
anytime you can see a Clydesdale, I mean,
Oh,
that's just like
totally.
absolutely breathtaking
Yeah.
to enjoy that. Well, thank you for sharing that with us as well.
Of
So we
course.
appreciate it. Anything
No
else that
worries.
we know about with Emily Stahl? Do you have something new that's coming out?
I have nothing new, but I was working full time for a business. I was in home decor, but I was laid off in May, so now I'm just taking my business full time, just seeing what my new opportunities are. So I have more
Oh,
time, and I'm just excited for what's next. So
yeah, absolutely. Emily Stahl Design. You can take a look at the website, see all the great things. We have some great items we're going to be sharing as well to be able to show off. And did you have something you were going to?
Yeah, I got some fun questions for you. So, what
yeah.
was the first design project you ever did?
Oh, that is. I would say maybe the first official one was like back when I was in high school. I drew a friend's band album cover way back in the day.
What did it look like? What was the album cover?
It was just like pencil sketch. I think there was a guy plugged in and a girl plugged into a wall, like reaching towards each other. I don't even think I have it anymore, but
That's
it
cool.
was real rough.
All right, so we got some more. So, what is your favorite go-to color palette right now?
It would definitely. It's kind of like my brand colors. It's blush, navy, and metallic gold.
Ooh,
I feel like those are
Wow.
traditional, but also trendy with the different shades.
sure.
What is the most used item in your studio?
iPad and Apple Pencil.
iPad and Apple. Okay, these are little rapid
Yeah.
fire ones. Um, Most underrated color in design.
Ooh. Underrated color. Maybe black. I do a lot of black outlines and so a lot of my stuff.
Okay.
All right, did you ever have a client reaction that made you emotional?
Um, yes, actually, I just did a Villa Essentials print that will be there soon. And the lady that I worked with, Rachel, that I designed it for, she was like, oh my gosh, she felt like I was almost an alum from there. I went to Coriezu, but it was I was like, that's the best compliment you could get.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, so when you're designing, everybody, like
Yes.
when I'm sitting at my desk, I got to have my go-to drink. And when Kelly's sitting there, she's got her go-to drink. What is your go-to drink when you're working on design? Like a coffee, tea, is it energy drink? What is it?
Yeah, I'm not a coffee drinker. So I'm a person that has three different drinks. I have a big jug of water, either a Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper, and like an Alani. So I have a variety.
You don't need coffee with a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
enough.
It's like I
That's
got the
enough right
caffeine, but then
there.
I'm like, I need some water to stay hydrated.
I usually have three drinks as well sitting there. Coffee, my
Yeah.
beet juice, my water. So
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Uh, well, that was just kind of fun. Some fun questions I wanted to
Get to
ask
know
you.
you a
Just
little
get to know
bit.
you a little
No,
bit.
I love that.
Oh, well, thank you for spending time with us. We look forward to
Of
keep checking
course.
out your site for new things and
Yeah.
sharing and showing off all the great designs that you have as well. So thank you so much, Emily Style
Thank you so much.
Stall.
Stall Design. Sorry, Style. I got style
Style
and
and
stall
stall.
all in one word there.
Nothing wrong
Thanks
with
for
that.
joining us. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of
Of
the
course.
evening.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Emily. Supporting, small local businesses, don't you? Being able
Yes.
to let them shine and show off their stuff. And, it's exciting when you walk into a place. And I love when businesses, Hearth and Soul, when we had stopped in there and was bringing some items back from being on Studio STL. And, uh, first thing she said was, we love supporting local. We love local artists, local authors. And it's always nice,
Charities.
yeah,
Yeah.
to hear businesses talking about, things the way to support. So we really like that ability to do that. Um, so it was funny. I know, I know we were laughing about, you're old when,
Oh,
especially, when you're at a concert and
Should I keep track? Do I have a pen and paper? Do I keep track?
To keep track?
Let's see
Okay. See who's the oldest?
Let's see who's the oldest. No.
So there's points that we're gonna get.
Well, you get 1 point for each answer.
Okay. All right.
So now I got to do a thing for
All right.
K and one for G.
All right. So you can make your own tally at home there, listening. Or...
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Use the rotary phone. I already know the answer to that.
So I get a point?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want
Use the floppy disk.
Point.
Did you use a typewriter?
Point. In college.
Took photos with a film camera.
Yes.
This is going to be too easy.
This is too easy.
Had a CD collection.
Yes.
Made a mixtape.
Yes.
Owned a Walkman.
Well, yes, my daughter did.
No, did you?
Oh, well.
Oh, that's true. Had a VHS recorder.
Yes, at $900 a pop to buy one.
Had to repair a tape cassette.
Is that with a pencil when you gotta roll it? They can fix it?
I guess that's a yes.
Okay.
Rented movies at Blockbuster.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about that a second. How much fun was that? I missed that actually. That was like a Friday night big deal when you had kids and you'd walk in, they had the new releases right there, and you just you literally couldn't get there fast enough because they faked you out because they had the pictures of the movie, remember?
Yeah.
And then the big VHS tape would be behind it. So you'd see the picture and then you'd be so disappointed when you'd walk up to it and all the tapes were gone. And then what did you do? You go over to the front desk and look down, and because people would throw their, tapes down in the box, and you were just hoping that you were going to see that new movie in the box so that you would be able to rent it, and you'd stand there. And can you imagine how many people were hovering over the desk waiting because they were hoping to get that next, release that would come in?
Did you get there and then realize that you used to see the empty boxes? The movie you want wouldn't be there.
Yes.
What was some of your best excuses when you were late bringing the tape back?
I had one every single time because they would you'd get like 5 movies because you were sure you were going to watch them all, right? You had 3 days to bring them back, and then you would bring them back, of course, like 6 days later, and then you would come up with some excuse. They were in your, I don't know, someone else's car or whatever you could come up with. And they'd end up usually most of the time letting you out of them. Did you get out of them all the time?
Usually. How much money did you spend? Remember the big candy thing where you'd have, right before you left, they had all the candy selection.
Way too much, because we'd always say you could pick something out, so they would get that. And you always like seeing the big bucket of the movie popcorn. But Blockbuster, that was a fun thing.
Experience.
I mean, it's nice to just be able to get it on demand. You don't have to leave your house. I mean, pretty soon we're not going to have to leave our house for anything. We're getting to the point where we're getting lazy to do anything. But I think that was an experience that will never come back because of technology. The way we have the use of our TVs, you're not going to have the experience of doing that. I think the kids loved it too.
So here are some of the best excuses from people who were late bringing their tapes back to the Blockbuster. A family was so engrossed in a bad movie they collectively forgot the concept of time and deadlines. A family, that's what they said. They were so engrossed in the bad movie
that they forgot to come back
to
the
pet
store.
parent, after watching The Birds, developed an obsession with the VHS tape and refused to let it go. That was an excuse.
Seriously?
The VCR developed a deep emotional attachment to the tape and would not admit it, mournful cries every time someone attempted to remove it. So
you were supposed to rewind them too, remember?
Oh, be kind, rewind.
Be kind, rewind. I can't remember you played that.
Did you have the rewind, the fast rewinder where you'd stick it in and drop it and it would just do like a speed rewind? I always thought it was going to break the tape.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I can't remember whatever if I had the fast one. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
It should have did all kind. It should have walked in the house. It was so expensive.
All right, here we go. Back to the point system.
Oh, okay. That was the best you had on an excuse.
Yeah, they were. I read the rest of them. They were all pretty stupid.
Actually.
Yeah, they were stupid.
Someone else has a better one.
Huh?
What if someone else has a better one they share? Okay.
All right. You rolled your window down with a car crank window.
Yes. Too many times.
Listen to music on a boombox, yes.
I had big speakers in the back of my window at one point.
Sent a fax, yes. Made calls from a phone booth. Did you ever do that?
Of course. How could you not?
So my buddy Rob Phillips, yes, I said his name on the air.
Still doesn't have a cell phone.
Still doesn't have a cell phone. And I'll never forget, he always went to payphones. I'd go, what are you going to do now? They got rid of all the payphones.
Are they all gone?
They're all
There's-
gone.
Does the payphone in Newtown work still?
No, they're all gone. That doesn't work. It's just there for looks.
Oh, okay. I thought it still worked
Payphones are
actually.
no longer in existence.
What do you do if you have an emergency?
Well, he
Stop
said,
someone on the
He
street?
says, I just used the client's phone at the house, the last house
That's-
I was at.
And a lot of people don't have house phones anymore.
I know.
I mean, unless like my mom,
Landlines. Well, you know what though? Older people have landlines because they got to connect them to those safe link things. Like my mom's got like, you know, a
but
phone
she's just
and I
never
can't
gotten
get
rid
it.
of her phone though. Like my mom, when she moved, we had the
I
same
believe you
phone number
have to
my whole
have a
life.
landline to hook up those
Oh, okay.
safe links. Yeah. So, all right. How about this one? Had an encyclopedia.
Yes. And it's crazy because just think they would have to update those, every year. And you keep getting these sets of encyclopedias, especially when you're in school. I mean, just think like going to college, I had to actually use an encyclopedia to to look up information, to do research papers and to do things. Now you can just AI everything.
I just like went through the whole list all real quick.
Is college going to
We've done
just
everything.
go out of style unless you're a doctor or something? Because how do they even know anybody did their work or wrote their term? I mean, we had to write these god awful term papers and things like that.
I wonder if AI will get to the point that AI will know if it was AI written.
It's possible. AI will know if AI wrote it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like something to check it?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're stumped all the time going, oh my gosh, another AI video, but I don't know.
Use the phone book. That's yes. These are all ones we've all done. Send
Phone books
postcards.
used to be super thick. They still make a phone book, but it's extremely thin.
There's still people still advertising in the yellow pages. I need to go talk to them.
You do. If they've got money to spend in the yellow pages, they should be in City Lifestyle magazine.
Use the paper map.
I don't even know how to use a paper map. That is something that I did not get taught as a kid. I mean, I can find your normal things, but there is an art to reading a map.
When I worked for, when I was younger, a lot younger, I worked for a courier company and we used Laclede gas map books. And they were probably about as thick as a phone book. And you would open them up, and to get to your coordinates to find out where it was, it would have the street name or it would have the coordinates, and it would say like on the left side, it would be like 1 through 15 or 1 through 20. On the bottom, it would have A through Z. So you would do your coordinates by finding out where the location was by going B7B or B7, B8, C10.
I would have just been spinning in circles at that time.
Yeah.
There's no way. That's why you're good at directions, because you had to do it the old-fashioned way.
Well,
Whereas if our phones go out, I'm never get
well,
home.
most people don't know that from downtown, it starts at 0, and as you go, like let's say you take Olive Street, because Olive goes all the way to 270, right?
Right.
So if you take Olive downtown, it'll start in the 100s, and as you go west, it goes 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. You know that, right?
Right.
So, and then even numbers are on your right hand side as you go west, and odd numbers are on your left as you go west.
Okay.
So I didn't know if you knew that, because now, some people get confused like north and south, like North Lindbergh
totally.
and South Lindbergh.
We were talking about that when we were out on the boat. It's like, okay, which way's north, south, west, east?
And speaking of maps, so most people don't know this. Here's a little trivia. Batman, the 1966 Batman series that we all watched as kids, with Adam West. The map in the Batcave, they got this remember the big plexiglass map that they would look at?
Right.
That was supposed to be Gotham City. It is actually a map of St. Louis.
What?
Yes.
How did you find? Where did that come
Yeah,
from?
it's useless information.
Useless information in your
It
head.
is actually a map
But
of
how did
St.
you
Louis.
find out that it was St. Louis?
Oh, it's just out there. It's not.
And why would it be St. Louis?
It's the way it is. It's because St. Louis is shaped kind of like a V. Well, where you got Highway 55, 44, 40, and then 70. Well, 70 and 55, starting from the starting point of downtown St. Louis, it goes out into a V.
Okay.
It's like a pie shape. And then 270 is the outer crust of the pie, because 270 just rounds around, right? So that's how you think about that. That will help you. Me and Kelly get in fights
not
all.
gonna
Me and
say
Kelly get in fights all the time about directions. She's always going, "You
he
should
needs
go
me to let him
this
know where he's
way."
going.
And you're the and he's the one who calls me. Goes, "I'm lost."
I'm always lost. It's my middle name. It should be Kelly Lost all the time. All
So
right,
there you
well,
go.
we do have to take it to a break, and then we're going to come back here on the Lou Information Station right here at the In Your City show. So we're right back with some more fun. I can't believe that it's August already.
I know. Goes so by so quick.
I mean, it's really, really flying by right now. I'm not ready for summer to be over. Some kids are already there that have kids going to college. I mean, they're already gone and heading out. And then Kylan and Chance are getting ready to go back. I know we're getting ready to take that trip to Branson.
It's with you
What?
too. 'Cause
I'm engaged in talking, isn't I?
I know, I'm always like chill
I don't
back.
like,
It's like,
well, sometimes I am, but sometimes I'm kind of like, you kind of start to talk and you sort of get into it or whatever. But I just can't believe it. I feel like the summer's going, like, is there something? We're going to Branson. That was on my bucket list to be able to take the kids to and see that. And I was 12 years old the last time we were there. So I'm sure I don't even, I mean, I remember a little bit and we stayed in a cabin.
it's been 20 years since I've been there, and it's changed a lot. So I can't imagine how much it's
Being
changed
12
since
years
you've been
old,
there.
yeah, and then changing. So we still have to get our Silver Dollar City. So if anybody's planning on going to Silver Dollar City, they do
Anybody
have
got
a,
any connections out there?
yeah, that too. But they have a buy one, get one free day. So if you're, buy one for Saturday, then you can go back for Sunday for free because it's like $92 a day. It's a pretty good. I mean, I don't know how families do it, that have more than one or two kids. I mean, just
Right.
going somewhere like that, just getting tickets. If you've got 5 kids, I mean, you're talking $500 just to get into the park, or actually more than that, 700 if you're, the adults got to get a ticket too. If they're, I think 9 and under is only like $47, something maybe kind of cut in half. But getting 2 days for one, works out great. But are there some things that you were, thinking of going back to school? Like, I don't feel like it's warm enough. Did you get excited? Did you get the new outfit for school, things like that?
That, and I couldn't wait to get my school supplies.
The smell, right?
Yeah.
The glue and
The
the
erasers.
pencils.
Yeah.
Schools all smell alike. When you walk into a school, they all have that school smell.
Did you ever make
What is that?
Did you ever make fingernails with the glue?
Of course. You put them in the ruler.
Yeah.
Why were you making fingernails?
I wasn't, but I knew. I remember girls doing
Oh,
that.
sure you did.
You did it.
Did you ever give a girl a bubblegum ring or anything like that?
Yeah, I did.
You
Yeah,
did?
yeah,
Braces, you're going steady then?
yeah.
I got a bubblegum ring.
So Kelly got me this ring right here, and it is made out of wood. And I was with my mom and my sister the other day, and I was doing something to help her with the door. And my sister looked at my ring. She goes, "Oh my gosh, is that a mood ring?" I'm like,
Remember those?
I was like, "No, it's made out of wood."
Well,
She
that
goes,
was her
"Oh, I thought
5-year
she was-
anniversary.
Jerry had a mood ring, and it used to, we used to love to see what color
It would be.
It's like, yeah.
I didn't like it when it was black, but when it would turn blue, that meant you were having some good positive energy. Those mood rings were something else. They still sell mood rings, but they were really, really popular back in the day. But so speaking of bucket list, do you have something that you're wanting, to do before the summer's out?
Well, we're going to talk about this on Friday, but I always like to make sure we go to at least a couple concerts, and we're going to talk a little bit about that on Friday.
Show 'em off.
But that's one thing. Now that we do,
I think you overdid your bucket list this when it comes to concerts.
bucket list, you know what? I still want to. One thing I want to do. I don't know if it's about the end of the summer, but I just want to do in my life is I want to get like a convertible and take a road trip the whole Route 66 to California. That would be fun.
Okay, I drove with you all the way to Arizona.
You said you had to go.
Oh, you want to go without me? All right. Well, there you go. Have a
Our
good time.
motorcycle, but you want to take a motor. Some
I would
couples
love-
get on motorcycles and they take the big old.
I would love to take a motorcycle. It's just some of the roads I don't know so much that long
I
that I
think
want
after an hour you'd be going up
I would
and
go
down on the
slow.
motorcycle.
Well, you
We
can
could go-
trailer it maybe, like you do like an RV or
Okay,
a
let's
car, and then you bring a motorcycle so you can ride it
Let's do a
certain
Route
places.
66 in a motorhome.
Okay.
Would that be better?
Am I going on this one or
Yeah,
you,
you can.
I'm
go on this one.
invited?
I think I think you'd be more the luxury and feel like
The
comfort.
bougie
comfort.
Route 66
No, not so
ride?
much bougie, but just comfort. Yeah.
Comfort. Yeah. No, that would be fun. There's a lot of things along Route 66. Well, if you're looking for some summer fun, of course, you can try a rooftop bar. Have you done? Have you done that?
I believe I have.
I believe I have too.
With you.
Oh, sure about that? Was
Yeah,
you a
there's-
Kevin James where,
No.
don't you remember, honey? It wasn't that person.
Uh,
How about a progressive dinner? Have you done a progressive dinner?
Yeah, we did it when we first moved into Newtown.
We didn't put it on. Those are fun to do. Float a Missouri River.
I have done that, but it's been a long time.
Been a long time for me as
Over
well.
20 years, probably.
They've got some cool float trips that you can do. They call it the Muddy River, I think, maybe, or something like that. That we had talked to somebody, but pack a cooler and do a float trip. Watch a movie under the stars.
We've done that.
Super cool. I think if you're trying to win over a chick, have movie night at your house. Set up the screen, the twinkle lights in the backyard, comfy little pillow set, and put a movie on outside. You did that for me.
We had some kids doing that the other night down the street from our
Yeah.
house. It's like all these cars were parked in front of our house. We're like, where are all these cars coming from? Where are all these
It was
kids?
a beautiful night
And we're
too.
like, doesn't look like anything's going on in their house. And then we drove around the back to park, and they were all out back with the movie theater up on the garage.
There's something fun about that. That's
Screen.
definitely a good
Yeah.
time. Host a bougie picnic. So I guess a fancy blanket rather than the cheap blanket. I'm not sure. Bring some champagne. That's Tammy getting out on the boat. The river is river rats. River's a whole other playing field than heading down to Lake of the Ozarks. When
Yeah.
Tammy goes out on the river, she's got it going on. She brings champagne. She brings the plastic wine glasses. She is not going to go river style, that's for sure. How about a summer? Do you have a favorite summer treat?
Treat?
Yeah, is there something when summer comes along, like people love watermelon, or there's certain things that you just make homemade ice cream, or something that you have to do when it's summertime.
Well,
Do you
I
have
haven't
that
made
favorite?
ice cream, but I would say probably a treat that I take advantage of in the summer would be snow cones.
Yeah, Newtown's got a great place in there that does they call it the shaved ice now. I don't think they're
Yeah.
snow cones anymore, are they?
No,
The
it's called
flavors.
Molly O's, isn't it?
Yeah, incredible. They're delicious. I know there's other places around.
They put like this cream on top of it too. It's really good.
Yeah, it's like having ice cream and a shaved ice.
Yeah.
So I know we've done this, but they say a great bucket list if you haven't been on the Katy Trail to bike that. Now there was wasn't a rattlesnake. What was it that was crossing our path when last time we went on the Katy Trail? A copperhead, just as dangerous. So Gordon thought he would be. I'm a man. I'm tough.
Oh,
I'm just gonna ride right
Don't make it
past
sound like that.
that snake. But go ahead, you stay there, Cal. That snake was coming after you.
Well, he didn't really come after
Yes,
me,
he
but
did.
He turned.
Snakes are those copperheads are aggressive,
Well, they
and they can shoot out as far as
their
their length.
Right.
And you did not have that much length in between you and that friendly snake.
You just over exaggerated sometimes.
Well, I was not going to cross its path until that snake was gone. So then he starts throwing things at it to get it.
Trying to get it to move.
Well, it was bad. It wanted to fight you.
Yeah.
It was not having anything to do with leaving. It was in charge, and I was letting it be in charge, but it did finally go off. How about go dancing? So our friends Brian and Debbie, they actually took dancing lessons, which we did one time.
We took one lesson.
We took one lesson.
Which is why I don't dance very well.
You're like,
Could have probably
for being a lead singer, and the lead singer on one of the concerts we went to reminded me of you, the one with the really high, the voice from the 1980s. He was doing the swaying back and forth, and you all do this. You singers, y'all, you run over and you got to put your back up to the guitar player, or you've got to run over and you got to act like you're singing together, and you all have this little stage performance that you rock around and kind of do the split sort of thing. You look like you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like Gordon up there. That's just how you run around the stage.
You never did tell me that.
Or you jump up on a platform and yeah, you guys gonna run around and intermingle with the other players. It's kind of funny. I just noticed that. But for somebody that can do that is what I was getting at. At one time in your life, you majorly did the splits into the air.
Yeah.
Like I guess your idol, David Lee Roth.
Got to jump off the drum riser to hit that.
That's what it was, doing like a pike.
I have done it straight off the floor before, back when I was 20.
I'd love to see you do that now. You'd get stuck in midair.
Get about 2 inches off the ground and pull a muscle.
What I was getting at about the go dancing is you moved around on stage like crazy and you did all these moves. But when your body gets up to dance, I don't know
You know
what
what it is?
happens.
You know what it,
Nothing's going at the same time.
you know what it is about the dance floor?
What is it?
What it is about the dance floor is that guys are going to agree with me on this. You see other guys dancing, and you know
Wanna
that's
look
what
like
you're going to
that?
look like. I'm making fun of them, so I'm thinking if I'm making fun of him and I get out there and do that, people are going to be making fun of me as well.
But
So it's like I just keep them from
I don't
having something
understand how
to
you
make
can do
fun of.
all those, Steve McQueen $1 million.
Steve McQueen.
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. MacGyver moves out on stage.
MacGyver. Steve McQueen MacGyver.
The body's moving and all these things, and you're running around being Mr. Agility, and then all of a sudden it's time to dance in one spot.
Because you do have to dance in one spot on a dance floor, pretty much.
Why can't things move together to the
I'm not
music?
Rico Suave on the dance floor. Okay, that ain't happening.
But you are singing, so it's kind of funny. So anyway, maybe some dance lessons. Those would be fun. See a local theater outdoor performance. We've literally, we're doing pretty good here. We went to see Shakespeare, not Shakespeare,
It was at the zoo. It was
Zoo, Romeo and no, Romeo and Juliet. There we go.
Juliet.
So glad that came out. That was really good.
Yeah, it was
Is
good.
that still going on?
I think it is.
Because if you
August
haven't,
7th or 8th.
if you have not gone,
Go see it.
it really is really good. Gosh, anybody that went when it was really hot though, I don't know how you got through that. Book a fun photo shoot with friends. Sometimes it's kind of fun. Though I'm always one of those.
August 17th is the last day to go see
Good.
Romeo and
So
Juliet.
go see it.
Yep.
Perfect. Photo shoots. You think you're gonna like do all these poses and be all sexy and look good, and then as soon as the camera comes on, you're like you dancing. Like
You know what? I don't think
everything's
that's
gone.
true.
I can't move.
I think our photo shoot that we had done with them was pretty phenomenal.
That's because it's how your photographer is everything. It's how they make you feel, the relax. That was a really cool
champagne.
A couple of times I'm like, oh gosh, we're not
Is the photographer here?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So a photo shoot. This one was different. Try something that scares you. What would be on a bucket list that would scare you?
Well, we did the trapeze one time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That, when you see people swinging like that, you're like, look at them. That looks really cool. That's really easy. If you have never been on a trapeze before,
I think what scared us the most was the fact that they had like a aluminum ladder from Home Depot to get us up to the top platform. That was the first part of the scare.
and it was a makeshift trapeze. So it was like something they set up at the DoubleTree Hotel.
Yeah.
And you had an opportunity to be like a trapeze artist. And we're like, this is great.
They had a net underneath it too.
Yeah, I don't think we would have went up the steps if they didn't, Gordon. But that was still terrifying to hit that net. So you go up there, and when you go to grab the pole, you don't realize that pole, it's really strong. It pulls you.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden you think you're going to grab this pole, and you're going to take your moment to kind of take a second if you really want to do this. I knew I didn't want to go back down those steps. It wasn't steps. It was a teeny little bitty ladder that you had to climb up, and you didn't want to look down. It was pretty high up. You grab it, it pulls you out in your arms. I mean, the strength that you have to have hanging on to it, and then there's nothing underneath you.
Yeah, the assistant actually has to hold you from keeping from falling forward.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it makes my stomach kind of hurt just thinking about it. Then you're swinging back and forth, and then they're telling you, okay, drop. And you're like, I'm not dropping. I'm not going down up 300 feet into this net to see what happens to me. But then eventually you did drop. You went up again.
I did.
You did it more than once.
Yeah, it was fun once you did it the first time. It wasn't so bad.
But you think you're going to go up and you're going to do this beautiful flip or something in the air. You're going to really show them how to do it. When we went to that Circus Flora and you saw them up on the tightrope walking with no belts, no nothing, on shoulders. I mean, you've really got to, they make it look easy. It's not easy. None of that stuff is easy. And then the last one that lives, so something that scares you, the trapeze, we did it. I was going to ask you though, before I ask the last one, what would be something that you haven't done, that's something you could do that would scare you?
That I haven't done that would scare me.
You know what mine is?
Jumping out of an airplane.
Oh gosh, yeah, that would totally scare me. I'm not doing it. Forget it. I'd be that person up there that has to go back with the plane. I'd take one peek down and go, no way. Why do I want to pay to kill myself? And then, but the other thing is to swim in a shark or to go down in a shark cage with great white, like not the Nerf sharks, or whatever, to really go down with like, those where you can go down with the great whites
That
or
would be
something.
kind of scary. Yeah.
Kinda.
I know, but not like jumping out of a plane for me.
I would
At least I'm in a
Can I
cage
say
and they
that
can bring
again?
the cage up. In a plane, you jump out of an airplane, your chute doesn't work, it's over, baby. You don't got no chances. There's no set.
What
There's
if the
no.
shark eats the cage and comes through and gets you?
I got a little bit of a fight.
A little bit of
A
fight.
little bit of a
It's
fight.
a little scary with the claustrophobic feel of being closed in that cage and then, wanting to go back up. That would be scary. And then I guess the other one is take a road trip somewhere, which which was funny. I wrote down, I think it's the funniest name ever, but Uranus, Missouri.
Isn't that the
They
fudge
got the
place?
they got the world's largest rocking chair. That's something you would want to do.
Don't they make
Stupid
fudge
stuff.
there?
Yes,
I'm
they
serious.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they
There's a
can
lot
get some
there.
fudge from Uranus. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's in our book of tour travels for taking a road trip. I don't know. But before we go, because I'm sure that Jennifer's so glad that she's part of our show right now with the stupid stuff that comes out of our mouth. But if you want to go to chaos to calm, go to chaos to clarity. You want to talk to Jennifer Williams with St. Louis Closet Company, around for over 30 years. It doesn't matter how big, how small the project is, her team can help you. And the cool thing about it, they do it all on site. It's not being shipped from somewhere else and manufactured. You can literally go into the shop and see it happening. Right now, if you have some school supplies, new school supplies that you would like to donate, stop by St. Louis Closet Company. They are gathering school supplies for an organization called Kids Smart, which is absolutely phenomenal, supplying kids with backpacks and pencils and crayons and all those things that we take for granted, that we have the ability to go to the store and buy for our kids or our grandkids. And there's a lot of people out there right now that can't do that. And kids need to go back to school with a fresh start, with being able to write, use glue, all those fun things that we love so much to have in our backpack. So you can go to St. Louis Closet Company, drop those off. And I think you have until I think the middle of August, maybe the end of August. I don't have that date in front of me, but even if you were there afterwards, she's going to make sure that they get delivered and take it to where they need to be. So that the kids, actually, KidSmart has a great big event where the families and everybody comes to pick up their supplies and pick out their stuff. So I think that's a really cool thing to do. So we really appreciate that. If you don't have a copy of City Lifestyle magazine, you can go to citylifestyle.com, subscribe. Let us know if you'd like to get the magazine. If you want to pick one up, of course, we keep some here at the radio station, at the Lou Information Station in Kirkwood. We also have some at our office at the Commons, which is in Newtown, if you want to get your hands on an actual copy. But our August issue is out right now. A lot of great stories. Scouting of America, CASA, that's another great organization for kids that really helps families that, unfortunately, kids that need to have the help of a foster family. CASA's there for you. And great stories that John Hamm loved the story about him. I mean, here he's a St. Louis native, went to John Burroughs School, got a story about his rise to stardom. In fact, on the cover is John as a football player at school. I guess, God, time goes by fast. We all grow up too quickly.
Yes, we do.
So we enjoy you being with us today. Hope the rest of your evening is wonderful. Pour yourself a mocktail or a cocktail. Enjoy your family. Life's too short to not enjoy every single minute of the day. Thank you to the Lou Information Station. You can subscribe streaming 24/7 on demand. Be sure to go on and subscribe. If you want to get a hold of us, you can go to our Instagram page or our Facebook at In Your City Show. Maybe you've got somebody that we need to make sure is on the show or has a great story for us to tell. We would love it. So until our next show, cheers.